Sunshine Sterling. Willie Raincloud. It's time for 3 Up, 3 Down. This is the Sports Source.
It's my favorite segment of the show every week. 3 Up, 3 Down. We're going to be doing that. It's brought to you by Games and Things. 40 years. That is how long East Tennesseans have been turning to Games and Things for their entertainment needs. Pool tables, ping pong tables, dart boards, all the way to pub tables, bar stools, and home theater seating. They've got it all. You can see their website, ourgameroom.com. Or you can get down to West Knoxville and see their terrific showroom. And it is a very impressive place. As I've said before, you'll go in there, you'll want to have a seat, and you'll watch games. It's just a great place to be. And you can turn their showroom into your man cave. Games and Things. Go out and visit them this week. Okay, back with all of our VFLs. This is our 3 Up, 3 Down segment. Willie Raincloud always with the down. Sunshine Sterling always with the up. Daniel, you're going to be the judge today. You can chime in on any of the guys they talk about. You can also tell us who you agree with in terms of the ups and the downs. All right, let's start with the ups. Who was up number one yesterday?
Up number one, Brandon Johnson with that one hand. See you on ESPN highlight catch, baby, on the side. Get me that. His name is I.B. Glovin. BJ on the one hand grab, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, very good. Brandon Johnson gets in there. I'll throw in a note. I thought Josh Palmer should get credit too. He had the touchdown.
He did have the touchdown.
Everybody was expecting to see the freshman receivers, and they missed so much time this offseason. It went back to the veterans. I thought the vets showed up. So,
yes,
all right,
sir.
Brandon
Yes,
Johnson.
sir. Yes, sir.
And then I'll throw in Josh Palmer. All right, who's down number one?
Down number one is Jeremy Banks. I mean, you get 2 costly penalties. Like I said, you've built a book now in your name. The officials are going to be looking for you. Other teams are going to be trying to challenge you to get a player there too. You got to be under control. And even after the fact, after 2 penalties, still a lot of jaw. And you know, what I'm telling you is those officials, they get somebody and they see that a couple of times and it's not changing behavior, they're more likely to throw something because you say something after that fact. So he's got to get that under control. Otherwise, it will cost you a game at some point down the road. If you keep being that guy, they're not going to be able to trust you to be out in the field at certain times of the game.
All right. In terms of second ups, where are you going, Sterling?
Second up, the To'o, baby. Pick 6 keeps you in the mix. The game changer. The difference in the game. Alertness by a linebacker who turned into a running back and got a score. Give him 6, and he got it for us. To'o, let's go.
Wow, I think he practiced these at home.
I do too. I didn't know. I should have done
yeah,
that.
why aren't you doing
next
this,
week?
Will?
Next week, right?
One thing about To'o, they mentioned it earlier about how he's trimmed down. I thought he almost looked too small out there, but he played fine. That pick 6, he looked darn good.
He had one, he came up on the running back and bounced off, and somebody was about to say, did he lose too much weight? So he's got to be careful of that.
Everybody now and then will.
Yeah, but that stiff arm on that interception.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. That's on a wide receiver. It's not on a running back, though.
All right, what about the number 2 down?
Yeah, Slaughter, cornerback, made it entirely too easy to run a couple of quick slants that were huge parts of the game. I mean, if you had to say one thing you're really nervous about this defense is the middle of the field coverage right now because
Well, hang on, we're going to get –
yeah, but I'm just saying,
Okay.
Slaughter in there just made it too easy to get off. There wasn't any contact. It looked like the wide receiver was running on air. You know, it looked like a 7-on-7 practice. Hey, go to that stop, make that cut. And yeah, okay, I can do that all night long. That's where you got to do something. You got to redirect. You got to challenge. You got to be closer to the guy. You can't let that be that easy.
Okay. I don't want him undercutting a question that's coming a little later about the underneath pass.
No, not
So
Will.
that's why I said halt. All right, number 3 up. Where are you going?
Number 3 up, I'm still staying on the offensive side of the ball. We're coming back to the offensive side of the ball. I'm going with the combo. The Chandler Gray combo. Because all Chandler does is makes plays every time he gets in the game. And there's the gray area in Tennessee. I like our gray area. Give that guy Gray a rock because he makes it happen. Our bowl game MVP showed up yesterday, and he was a big game changer in the game. Chandler Gray. Those guys at running back doing big things.
All right, what about down? Down
Well,
number 3.
Down is this guy. If his name shows up, it's a bad thing, and it's always going to be a down. I would challenge Sterling to ever come up with an up for the deep snapper. Because Albright, if his name shows up, that means something went wrong. He had the really bad, their first snap back to the punter that, cost us there some field position, could have cost us points, even bigger setback. But he also had another one. It was just because of a penalty that you didn't get, that one didn't cause you issues as well. So, like I said, anytime that you know the deep snapper's name, it's not for an up, it's always for a down.
Yeah, young guy, I feel bad for him, but he'll learn from it, see how he goes forward. You got somebody else you want to throw in here?
Here come the judge.
It's tough for Sterling to forget DeAndre Johnson in the game with the sacks that he had, the pressures that he had in it. And so I was very close to siding with Will in this one. But how do you talk about Jeremy Bates and not mention the fact that he's flexing on everybody down at the end zone on his late penalty and everything else? Come on, man. Tennessee in for that. You got to go with Sterling for the energy today.
Sterling gets it with the energy.
The energy. That's what put him over the top.
Green energy, baby.
When we come back, I want to look around the SEC specifically. And the fun thing about looking around the SEC this year is so many of these teams, you're going to look at games, Tennessee's got a future foe in just about all of them with a 10-game SEC slate. So we're going to talk about which of Tennessee's future foes look better, look worse than we might have expected. We've still got the Cavaleros line to go. We've still got 3 more UT-based questions to go. Stay with us here on the Sports Source.